Hello everyone, welcome back to the channel. I hope that I'm coming to you with some better audio because I just got some new mic and I'm very excited to not have horrendous audio anymore. Thank you for being patient with me with the audio. I wanted to do a mid-month check-in today, so I wanted to have a look at the budget and see where we're at. And I think what I'm gonna do for the mid-month check-in is go through some of my expenses in a little bit more detail, just because I find with the monthly reset, there's so much to cover that I didn't wanna bog down the video and make it too long with way too many expense transactions and going through all of those. So I think what we'll do is we'll go through those in the mid-month check-in, and then I can kind of touch on any new expenses after the mid-month check-in in the monthly reset if I want to, but at least you guys get some idea of what I was buying that month. Okay, so January's budget is up to date. I worked on this morning and made sure everything that I spent money on is in here. You guys don't know this yet, but the next video will be a no spend week. I am doing a no spend challenge, and I started that because I had spent too much money and I was worried I wasn't going to hit my goal of spending less than $17.50. So we're doing a no spend week and it's been going great so far. I haven't spent any money outside of about $55 on groceries, and that was allowed. I gave myself some rules. So this is what we're sitting at right now. I'll just quickly cover the values at the top here. So far this month, my income is $38.27. My expenses and bills so far are at $21.70. My savings and investments are at $1,500, and my credit cards are at $13.65. Obviously, this looks a little bit like I spent way more than I made, but that is just because I started the month off by paying my credit cards off, if that makes sense. We will move into the cash and credit account balances. So these numbers are completely accurate. I double checked this morning. So I have about $1,700 sitting in my checking, $1,100 on my Amex, $900 on my RBC, and then about $279 on my MasterCard. And I think my payday is not this Friday, but the next one. So I don't have any of my credit card bills due until the beginning of next month. So I think what we'll do is just let everything sit in the checking. I'll pay my rent and then we'll deal with the credit cards next month. All right, let's dive in. So 50-30-20 split so far is about 23% of my money has been spent on my needs. I obviously haven't paid rent or anything major yet, so that is to be expected. 36% is my wants and 40.9% is my savings. And that feels pretty good to me. I feel like that's a good amount going towards savings and not that much money going towards needs and wants. So I'm very happy with that outcome. My budget split has been predominantly credit card payment and investments. And obviously I don't include anything spent on credit card this month in that budget split. And then the rest of it is, bills, debit, and savings. And then my savings and investments, majority of my investments have gone to my retirement, and a good little split going to my TFSA and my FHSA, which was what I was hoping for. And then the rest of my savings, I was doing that $225 towards savings. That has been split between each of my sinking funds. And I don't contribute anything towards my emergency fund anymore because I have a comfortable amount for my emergency fund. All right, and as mentioned in my budget tracker video, we don't have a this month, last month comparison yet, just because it's the first month of the year, but you can kind of see what our chart looks like right now. And my expense split, so far majority of my money has been spent on groceries, which I'm very happy about. That's usually not the case. And what is my shopping at? So clothes have been 3.3%. That's low. That's so low. Fun has been high. I bought some concert tickets for me and my partner, so that's going to be high if you buy 2 tickets. Health has been high. That was expected. I had a little mess up with my supplements. I'll talk about that when we get to the transactions. But overall, this split looks really good. As discussed, after my budget, I expected to have about $800 left. Actually, no. I think I expected to have $500 left over from when I did my budget overview. I hope you can't hear my work laptop making noise. So nothing much has changed. Obviously, everything is budgeted based off of my credit card pay. So I haven't put anything else towards my credit card. So everything has been staying the same. But I do want to keep an eye out just to make sure that I don't spend too much this month, so that next month everything is also good. That's kind of the whole premise of tracking the credit card payments, is a little bit more thought and logic that goes into it, just because you have to make sure that you can cover your expenses next month from what you bought this month. Income's been good. I talked about the $1,100 extra here that's in the sinking funds. I just had a bit of a mess up where I transferred too much money to my retirement and ended up having to cover some of my credit card payments with my savings. I'm fine with that though. It wasn't like I spent more than I thought. It was just more so money went to the wrong account. I'm not mad about contributing more to my retirement, so all good. I am still expecting $220 for the phone bills. My family sends me money every month for our phone plans. I pay the family account and then everyone just e-transfers me. So that's what that $220 is for. And then also a $50 transfer. What was that for? Oh, I have $50 cash that I'm going to deposit this month. So that's what that $50 is for. You can see here it said 170 plus 50. So I budgeted for depositing my cash and for getting those e-transfers. And then I wasn't too sure what I was going to make from Etsy, but so far my payment has been around $250, which has been really cool. That's a very cool new form of income. I obviously need to think about putting some money aside for taxes, but not a huge worry yet because it's such a small amount. And then expenses. So we are a little bit over on groceries already, but I think this will be fine. I don't think I will go too much over, maybe a couple items here and there. But I think what'll happen is my boyfriend will pay for our next batch of groceries. I think I budgeted $400 here, but I had some extra costs come up, so I had to try to work things around to figure out how I was going to hit the $1,750. So I took a little bit out of groceries, not too much, like $25. Transportation, I'm a little bit over. I think I budgeted a little bit more than this in the last video, but also brought that down. And I don't think I'll be spending anything else on transportation for the month. I already gassed up. I had a couple appointments that I had to pay for parking at. I think we'll be good. Eating out, I'm sitting right below. I don't have any other plans for eating out. I went on a brunch with a couple of my friends and it was so nice to see them. And yeah, happy to do that. I, in the last video, had forgotten to make a budget category for coffee. So that's my bad. I budgeted 15, but you know what? I might actually just set this to 0 now because we're so far through the month. I can go 2 more weeks without coffee. And I think that that will just help me hit my goal of my budget. Drinking, as I mentioned, this was from New Year's Eve and I'm doing sober Jan, so that is all good. Clothes, yeah, I budgeted I think 100 originally, but I bought 2 items from Aritzia on their winter sale and it came up to $61.94 and I think I'm maxed out. I'm not gonna buy anything else. Beauty, as I mentioned, something always runs out and something did run out. I have run out of my dry shampoo. I will need to repurchase that. I don't use dry shampoo that much because I wash my hair every second day already, but sometimes it comes in handy. If you see my last video, I'm using minoxidil regularly and it just makes your hair a little more textured. And sometimes if, for example, I can't wash my hair every second day, that third day I really do need the dry shampoo. So I'm not sure if I'll pull the trigger on the dry shampoo this month, but I might have to get that next month. We shall see. Fun. I am way over on this budget. So this is the concert tickets. There is a 10K run in the city called the Sun Run that I signed up for with my work. And what happens is they are going to refund me the amount, but I pay for it on my card originally. And because I track how much is sitting on my cards, I kind of have to track everything, even if it's going to be refunded at some point. Technically speaking, this one, I'm not going to count towards the $1,750 spending less than that because I'm not actually spending that much, if that makes sense. My cat, I bought him food. It was $67. Health, I will cover this in the transactions, but I accidentally bought too many supplements. I had turned on auto ship, forgot I bought auto ship, and then went and purchased these supplements and then got more supplements. So that's my bad. Home, I think I budgeted 100, I think. But if you saw my Sunday reset video, I went to IKEA and I bought a bunch of home stuff. I had to tweak the budget a little bit to make sure that that all fit. Next up, we have miscellaneous. Yeah, we'll go through the transactions. I can't fully remember what this was, but we're over on that one. Donations, I still haven't donated. I have just been kind of figuring out what I want to do for donations, but I am thinking something for Palestine. I just haven't isolated what I want to donate to yet. And then business expenses. These are the mics that you are currently listening to. So this was something I did not budget for or anticipate. And if this puts me over the $1,750, then I'm not going to be that mad about it because I did want to invest in better quality audio for you guys. What I'm going to do is actually total up everything that I actually bought myself that I'm not going to be refunded for. So I'm going to take out the additional Sunrun value. That's fun, Sunrun. And I'm going to take out the half of the concert tickets because I paid for the full amount of the concert tickets. So yeah, these were almost $200. Okay, So right now we're at 1726. That's very close to the 1750, and that is why I'm doing a no spend week. But let's dive into a little bit more on the expenses so that you guys can figure out what I've been buying. All right, so I started the month strong with a parking ticket. I discussed this one in my monthly reset because I had already spent some money on some of my expenses during that. Then I did a credit card payment, and then I did a transfer to my retirement. This was one of the accidental oopsie transfers that I messed up on. I took too much money out of my checking and then didn't have enough for my credit cards. Credit payment, income, that's a sinking fund value. And then this is a bill I pay for. It's a service where they help you offset your carbon footprint by investing in carbon initiatives. And I was accidentally getting double charged for this service. I don't know how, but I think some way there was like 2 payments going through every month. So I canceled one of them thinking it would cancel the whole account, and then it didn't. I feel like I might have 2 accounts by accident, so I need to look into this one for sure. After that, we have the concert tickets, as I mentioned, these 2 tickets. So at some point, my boyfriend will refund me for the other half. Transportation, I gassed up, $115. Health, this was the first round of supplements that I actually intentionally purchased. And then I have champagne from New Year's Eve. I included a couple of small purchases from New Year's Eve here, just because I was over budget on December. And then this is a purchase of some edibles. And then these are our tickets for our New Year's Eve event. After that, I bought floss and Q-tips, very fun. And then I bought our first round of Fresh Prep. I don't know why it was more than usual. Oh yes, it was the Mila kit. So there's a restaurant in Vancouver called Mila. It's a plant-based restaurant, and they did a partnership with Fresh Prep to make meals for the meal delivery service. And we love Mila, so I got the Mila kit, and it was like an extra $2 or $3, whatever. Groceries, $89. So our groceries are a little bit lower, obviously, when we get our Fresh Prep. Health, I bought, oh yeah, this was the supplements that came on auto ship. This was my bad. I forgot I signed up for auto ship, and a bunch of my supplements went through, including, I triple messed up. So I bought probiotics, and then I took them with me over the Christmas break, or I thought I took them with me over the Christmas break. But then when I got to my parents' house, I was like, where are they? I can't find them. I must have left them at home back in Vancouver. So I was like, okay, whatever. And then I came back here and I looked in the fridge where I usually keep them, and they were missing. So I was like, uh-oh, I must have forgotten them at my mom's and not noticed that I had them the whole time. So I was like, okay, I gotta rebuy them, repurchase them on my own. Then this auto shipment went through, and I got another round of probiotics and a couple other items, 136. This is like 2 or 3 bottles of stuff. And so I was like, damn, I have 2 things of probiotics that have to sit in the fridge. So I don't even know if you're not meant to have that many months of probiotics in one go. And then I found my original bottle. It was hidden in the fridge. So I have 3 bottles of probiotics. So this was a mess up on my behalf. Continuing on, I bought 2 items from Aritzia from the winter sale. I accidentally shipped this to my mom because I shipped stuff there for Christmas, and it just automatically did the address of the last purchase. So I don't even have my items. I bought them, but I don't have them. Save money on provincial tax though, so that's nice. She is gonna ship them to me, kind woman. Then I had parking at my dentist appointment, and I also included parking from a dinner I went to within the same purchase. So that was total of $11.45. Then I went to IKEA, sneaky little IKEA trip. Spent $123. If you're curious what I got, go check out my Sunday reset video. I kind of covered a couple items that I bought there. Omega-3s. So I ran out of omega-3s. This was on auto ship on Amazon. So I got messed over with auto ship this month. I had a couple of things that, same with this laundry detergent, we get the, what are they called? True Earth strips. They're like laundry detergent strips. So much easier than dealing with like the liquid for detergent. And these 2 items were also on auto ship on Amazon. So everything I bought this month apparently was an accidental auto ship. So that was kind of frustrating. As I mentioned, this is the run cost that I will be refunded for. Then we had our pay. I contributed $500 to my retirement, $150 to FHSA, $125 to TFSA, and this is all in line with my annual goals for how much I want to contribute to savings and investments. And then I just split my $225 of savings into my sinking funds. And so what I'm doing is I'm actually transferring all of my money into a single high interest account, but I ended up figuring out how much money was sitting in each of my buckets, my sinking funds, and I added that to my setup in this tracker. And then I am going to divide the money between these accounts in my budget tracker, not actually physically separating them in different accounts in real life. They're all in the same account. Next up, we have groceries. I bought another round of groceries for us. This one was $114. Then I bought my cat some food. Then I double charged myself for parking. I'm just gonna delete this one. Parking at dentist twice. Then I have our next fresh prep. So this was a second purchase of fresh prep for the month. Then I went to brunch with my friends, $36. I paid for our phone bill, $267. This went up and I'm not entirely sure why. If anyone has a good family deal with a Canadian mobile plan, please let me know. I feel like this is really high for 3 phone plans. It like averages out to like $80 something each. And my mom prepaid for her phone. So I don't know, this just feels really high. I bought Iron Flame. So this is the second book in the Fourth Wing series, and I just finished Fourth Wing, so I had to figure out what was happening next. Then I bought a car mount or like a phone mount for my car so I could film while driving. That sounds dangerous. Then I bought my mics. So these are the mics you are currently listening to. Then I got paid from Etsy for the first time, so that was exciting. And then I got a third round of fresh prep, our meal delivery kit, and then I paid for parking. And then I just had to do a weird 21-cent transfer for the balance difference in my Neo account because the balances weren't perfectly lining up. And I think that was because I transferred money out of my checking into my Neo save account. And then I sent money to my credit card within Neo from my save account. But I transferred over like a rounded amount to my Neo save, and then I paid the actual credit card balance. So I have like 21 cents in my Neo save account, and I needed a way to track that so that my Neo MasterCard amount is accurate. I'm just kind of anal like that. All right, so that is the transactions for the month. This is a very short transaction list, especially once I'm done this week. I'll be very close to the end of the month. So I feel good about these expenses, especially considering so many auto shipments went through that I wasn't anticipating. I feel like I've done a really good job of not spending too much. And I think this might be one of the most successful low spend months ever outside of the things I couldn't control. Like my own impulse control has been really good. And yeah, you can see here I'm getting through some of my monthly goals. I booked my therapy. I will talk all about that in the monthly reset, so keep an eye out for that. And yeah, that is the mid-month check-in. So quick little video. Thank you so much for joining me today. If you want this same budget spreadsheet, I sell it at Etsy in the link below. Go check it out. There is a special YouTube discount for my YouTube fam. Head on over with the discount code to get 65% off. It's a good amount. It's only $11 for my YouTube viewers. And those codes or those discounts will be terminating at the end of January. If you are slightly interested in the tracker, the price will go up at the end of January. I really appreciate the support, and I will see you guys in the next video. Bye.